Hey, everybody, the world's a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown. I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast, and we have another great tweet cap for you as we recap everything that took place over the past weekend. And we are here today with the great Ryan, Allison, and Jose. What's up, everybody?
How's it going,
What's
everyone?
up?
Doing well, doing well. And just want to remind you to like and subscribe to the Productive Conversations podcast on all podcasting platforms and YouTube. And don't forget to check out exclusive content regarding the show across all social media platforms on Instagram at Productive Conversations Podcast, Twitter and X at Pod. We're on TikTok at Productive Conversations and Facebook at Productive Conversations. And as always, we want to thank our presenting sponsor, Magic Mind. This great elixir is the key to enhance things for your life. You take this shot of Magic Mind, this green tea shot that not only looks healthy, it tastes healthy, and it tastes great. And through its signature nootropics and vitamins, you are able to get a better mental performance for your day, less stress, more mental clarity, and a boost of energy that will get you ready for your day. And to get your shot of Magic Mind, go to magicmind.com/PCMB and use discount code PCMB20 for 48% off your first subscription or 20% off your first one-time purchase. Thank you to Magic Mind. And as we continue a busy week here at Productive Conversations, just want to remind you on this particular Monday into Tuesday, we have our instant reaction to game two of sorry, we have our instant reaction to game 2 of the NLCS between the Dodgers and the Mets available right now. We also have an instant reaction to game 1 of the ALCS between the Yankees and the Guardians, and we have this tweet cap as well. Also check out our recaps for college football and NFL week 7 and 6 respectfully. So switching it up, and now we shall discuss what is trending and let us get into what we are here for and talk about what is going on in the world. So let's start with food today. Let us start with food. So the big thing here is we have a lot of things going on in the fast food world. We have a big celebration in the fast food world. The great show known as SpongeBob SquarePants turned 25 years old in 2024, airing first in 1999 on Nickelodeon. To celebrate this legitimate milestone, Nickelodeon and Wendys has partnered up and created a collaboration known as the Krabby Patty collaboration, where yes, for the first time available, you could legitimately eat a Krabby Patty thanks to those people at Wendy's. And luckily for you, if you're curious on how it tastes, me and Ryan are participating in the Krabby Patty taste contest today. Hello, Ryan. Allison and
All right.
Jose will watch.
Yeah.
So, first things first, the way this is going to go, our first ever productive food review. We are going to eat the food that is going viral right now. And we will give you a score from A through F. And I'm sure you know what exactly that is. So, with the Krabby Patty collaboration, you have a Krabby Patty. You have, excuse me, I guess they call it called French fries or kelp fries, whatever they call it.
Yeah,
Are they
got
regular
fries
French
here.
fries?
I don't know if they call it something special. And
I think they
then
just called it fries, to be honest with you. They didn't give it a name. At least the guy, when I ordered it, didn't give it a name. But
Okay.
and
Who
on
wasn't
top of this,
sure?
we have a pineapple under the sea frosty.
wait, is that the small?
I asked for a junior. This is a
Oh, okay, that's it. Because this dude gave me this and said it was the small.
well, that's funny. Oh, well, let us enjoy. And here's our reviews of the Krabby Patty meal. So first, Ryan, thank you for participating. And
Of
also, we
course.
will continue this tradition on Friday's Tweet Cap. We will be reviewing the Chicken Big Mac. So big stuff for this show. All right. So, like I said, the way it works, we shall try this. You could do 1 or 2 bites and just give us your initial thoughts, A through F. Ryan, why don't you go first? Why don't you show the people what your Krabby Patty looks like?
So I feel like I'm been watching the Great British Baking Show, so I feel like Paul
Oh,
Hollywood here. Here is the Krabby Patty. I got the single. I didn't get the double. You can get a double, apparently. What we
Oh,
have
That
on
shit
here.
looks small as hell.
It's a single.
Those
Yeah, we
were
got
really small.
tomato, onion, pickles, a special sauce, lettuce, cheese, and patty. Alrighty.
And they have it here known as the top secret Krabby collab
Correct.
sauce.
Do they have
This
the
is
smiley faces on the pickles? And you
they did
No.
not. They did not do that. They must have not seen that episode of SpongeBob.
crazy.
So
let's
yes, Ryan, you go first.
Yep. All right. Say goodbye.
Here it is, Ryan.
This is so interesting.
You went for a second bite, so it must be
So you
decent.
didn't hate it.
We said 2 bites, right? That was the rule. I mean, yeah.
Whatever, whatever you feel to get your review.
Is it like dry or is it like, I don't want to say moist, but is it moist?
No, it's not moist. I mean, this tastes a lot like just the Wendys single, which is what it is. But the sauce, I will say, is different. I was expecting it to be like a Big Mac sauce. Truthfully, I really thought they were just gonna, rip the Big Mac special secret sauce, put it on one of their burgers, and call it the Krabby Patty formula. But it's. I don't want to say that there's spice because there's not spice, but I feel like it might be like a chipotle or something added to whatever it is the special sauce is. It feels like there's a little bit more than just the Big Mac sauce. It's still definitely, kind of got that mayonnaise creamy type thing. It's still definitely got the Thousand Island dressing. But there might be like, I don't know. Again, I'm going to call it like chipotle or chili maybe, chili flakes sprinkled in, but not a lot.
To it or not really?
That's what I'm saying. It has like a tiny bit more than the Big Mac does, right? So like that's kind of what I'm comparing it to because I was expecting it to be like a Dave single with a Big Mac, the Thousand Island sauce on it. So that's my review in terms of a grade. We'll call it a C. I'll call it a C.
Okay.
It's fine. It tastes like a Wendy's cheeseburger, which is if you like Wendy's cheeseburgers, you're gonna like the Krabby Patty. But it's not out of this world. It's not under the sea good. I think SpongeBob would have done it better.
All right, cool. Awesome. Now it's my turn. Let me check this out. Do you remember when they had the Krabby Patty fruit snacks? That's as close as you were going to get.
I know. I love those, by the way.
And now
better than this.
Yes, I did love those better than this.
At almost 30 years old, finally seeing what the Krabby Patty tastes like.
I know. We're older than SpongeBob. That's crazy too.
That's fine.
Right, yeah. I mean, that's literally. I wish it.
I don't even taste it. I don't even taste the sauce.
Like, will you eat the whole thing after? Would you say?
Yeah,
it's like decent.
Probably. I mean, I know my wife wanted to try, so I'll probably make sure she has a bite.
Excuse me. The sauce is fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
Nothing sticks out. Nothing special. I mean, it tastes fine. And I'd give it a C plus, if anything. I'd probably have it again.
Do y'all normally get everything on your burger? Or
I do.
Okay.
I do, yeah. So this is if I was going to Wendy's, and I haven't been to Wendy's in a long time, this is probably how I would have ordered my single cheeseburger anyway. What I will say, though, is obviously this is not part of the taste review. The taste, I think me and Matt both agree, is like the C plus range. It's fine. Tastes like a Wendy's cheeseburger. But because this is a special collab and because they give you the Frosty, which we're going to try in a second, they charge you like a bunch more money for it.
Yeah, it's $11.45.
Yeah, and I paid $11.99. So it's something to consider as well. If you can get the single for $8 or the Krabby Patty single for $12, something to keep in mind.
Any chance you want to say something on the fries?
Oh, yeah, I'll have a fries.
What would you grade the fries normally? Because I feel like if you had them before,
these are the same thing as any fries. They didn't do anything different.
Yeah.
I'll give this actually a C.
Do y'all like Wendy's normally or not really?
So there's the Wendy's fry. It is literally just a Wendy's fry. So in addition to being a letdown, I also think Wendy's fries are super limp and gross. So I'm going to go with a D on the fries. Dang. But in fairness, I think that had I got a normal Wendy's meal, I would have given those fries a D as well. Maybe a D plus since they weren't lying to me. But these fries lied to me because they made me think they were special and they're exactly the same.
Yeah, I think I'd give it like I said, I'll just give it a C as normal fries. I think Wendy's used to be a lot better.
Yeah, their fries have not been great.
My always go-to is always Chick-fil-A, so
Mm,
um,
the waffle fries.
which is only okay at this point too.
They're all only okay or bad. They range from bad to edible, most of the fast food at this point.
But I
think
will say, to
slap.
add on, so far Ryan gives the C to the Krabby Patty, give a C plus, a C on the fries. But this, something no one's had, the pineapple under the sea frosting. I guess there's a pineapple
Yes.
parfait under here.
Some sort of syrup, maybe. I
All
don't
kind
know.
of look different. Did you like mix yours, Ryan?
I mean, it was in the car, so maybe a little bit.
Okay. It looks like
But-
Matt's is like separated and yours is like mixed.
I mean, if you look, you could see at the bottom. I definitely have a concentration like Matt
Okay.
does. Mine's might be a little better mixed, but they both have a pretty high concentration at the bottom of whatever that is.
You know, one thing I always thought was gross. People who put their fries in the frosties. Like, what's wrong with you?
You
Oh,
think
like
that's
fries
weird?
and milkshake? That's a big. Is that a big Midwest
Fries
thing?
yes, fries
Yes,
in
I was
a
gonna say
chocolate
that.
frosty is the
Yeah,
best. The
That's
best
a big
combination
Midwest
ever.
thing, actually, Matt. Like
So
people in the
good.
Midwest love that.
It's the
Love that
best.
stuff.
Not
Yes.
for me. Not for
Wait,
Everyone I
y'all
know
think
from the
it's
Mid.
weird?
I don't think
What?
it's.
Shaking his
I
head.
mean, I
That's
wouldn't do it.
no.
It's not for me. It's not for me.
You've tried it though?
Yes, because actually,
as long
so
as you've
although
tried it.
she's not from the Midwest, my wife on occasion will do that because she's from a rural area. I think it's a rural thing even more than a Midwest
That's one
thing.
of my favorite combinations ever.
But
like,
it's not like
good
she doesn't do it
fries,
often
chocolate.
because she has to be like in the mood for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it has to. It's not like an every occurrence thing, but
Yeah.
oh, it's definitely a top fave for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine.
Shut up, Jose. Keep shaking your head, mister. I just eat protein yogurt.
Yes.
Well,
Good
this is like a
stuff.
protein yogurt. There's pineapple in it.
Man, that's
All
like,
right,
that-
so
that's
Ryan-
like 400 calories right there.
Oh, absolutely. This is a ridiculous amount of calories, I'm sure of it.
So Ryan's actually gonna drink his. Mine's the actual. It's frosty.
Yeah, I'm gonna sip it.
Okay,
I have a
cool.
spoon. I could, but it's fine. I'll
Whatever
sip it.
your preference is.
I'll
I don't
sip
think
it.
it
It's
makes a
fine.
difference. But all right, what do you think, Ryan?
Okay. I like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it very tart, or is it like?
No, I mean, on it doesn't. You ever had like the Dole pineapples, like in the can?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's almost like they took a vanilla frosty, and they added the Dole juice to the bottom, and then they swirled it once to kind of make it go throughout. So it really does almost taste like if you were having like pineapple, like a pineapple turnover or whatever, like with what's it called? Like a cream frosting. It really does kind of just taste like the frosting of like a pineapple turnover, just in a milkshake form. I will say that this is definitely the best part of the meal in that it's got a different flavor and something like actually SpongeBob related. And so I'm gonna go ahead and give this a B. I would definitely, if an ice cream shop made a pineapple smoothie or a pineapple milkshake, by the way, because I had this, I'd consider getting it. Feels like a hot day or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna say B, maybe even a B
It's like
plus.
refreshing, would you say? Like the pineapple's refreshing?
Yeah. I mean, not refreshing in like fresh pineapple, but it's like
Oh yeah, but like
it's a light
summer,
flavor,
you
right?
said you would probably
Yeah.
try it out.
Yeah, it's a light flavor. It's a light fruity flavor because of the pineapple jam or juice or whatever they put at the bottom. And it's the vanilla cream, obviously, of a regular Frosty. So it's, yeah. For anyone who hasn't had a pineapple turnover, that's what it, or who has had one, that's what it kind of tastes like. But if you haven't, yeah, it's almost like frosting and pineapple mixed into one. And yeah, I'll say B. We'll go solid B.
Okay.
All right, for me now. Let's try this frosty.
I thought you were just gonna scoop it out with your hands. I'm like, what are you doing?
I'm assuming they gave him a spoon.
Oh boy, it's a little. I had to get this. I won't lie, about an hour ago. So it's been sitting. I put in the fridge. It's a little off to a slow start. I have to mix it a little. It's getting foamy. But here it is. Let's go.
Matt
Actually,
doesn't
wow,
like it.
wow,
Oh,
that's actually
okay.
really good.
Actually, he might. He looked a
I'm better
little.
off drinking this, actually. Mmm. Mmm. That's like a burst of flavor right away. Very refreshing. I love pineapple juice. Really great aftertaste, too. I wish I had the Ryan version of this. This tastes excellent. Very big fan of this.
Oh, you mean the big version? I was like, it's the same thing, I think. You mean the bigger one? Yeah, no, definitely.
I'm gonna finish this.
Yeah, they did well.
I'm giving this an A minus.
That's
Okay.
just
Yeah, no, they did well with
Legitimately.
they did well with
Legitimately.
the pineapple. 100%.
It was great.
Everyone get that. If you can only get one thing, get that.
Just order
Seriously.
that.
I did not expect to give anything that high, but
Do you
this is
think
legitimately that
now-
good.
Do you think they'll make this like a permanent Frosty flavor, or you think they'll just keep it as like a collab type thing?
They'll
They'll
probably
probably
end
keep
it.
it. Yeah, they'll keep it as a what's it called? Like a special thing. They'll bring it back maybe in the summer they'll do another collab.
Yeah.
And bring it back for the summer because I do think in the summer this particular flavor would do quite well. So next June, July, I bet you this one comes back. But no, they're gonna get rid of it for sure because again, this is an overpriced meal. This meal at Wendy's usually doesn't cost this much. So they want to make sure they keep everything special so they can keep charging more for it. They're not going to want to start putting it into rotation at like regular price point when they know they can get more. And kudos to them because a lot of people have bought this to do exactly what we're doing now. So they made a ton of money off of the fact that this went uber viral. So there we go.
Amen to that. All right, for final rankings, my Krabby Patty is a C. And fries are a C minus. And the pineapple under the C Frosty is an A. What's yours, Ryan?
So my Krabby Patty was a C as well, average. My fries were a D because they lied to me. And the pineapple, you've convinced me that B was too harsh. I'm going to go B plus. So I'm not going to go to the full A minus that you went to because it is still just Frosty by and large. I think that someone else could make this better. So B plus.
Good stuff, everybody.
Fair.
Let's now move on to some other things. So Elon Musk continues flexing as the richest man in the world and made his big product reveals of his new devices and transportation vehicles, if you will. This includes the Tesla self-driving robotaxi, the Optimus humanoid robot, and the Tesla robo-electric bus. So let us see these items exactly that will be gracing our streets before we know it. So here is the self-driving robo-taxi. Not this one, but this one.
What happens if you need a vehicle that is bigger than
the Tesla van
we're going to make this, and it's going to look like that.
Oh my gosh, of course they're going to make this.
And you see this coming towards you. That's sick. So this can carry up to 20 people and can also transport goods. So you can configure it for...
So you can hear his explanation on that one. Now let us go to... Sorry, that was the electric bus. And also right here is an example of the robot.
Elon, he's a techno king.
Optimus can talk?
Yeah. He also does sign language.
Hey Optimus, what's up?
How's it going, man?
Oh my goodness, it talks. It talks. Who's getting ready to see these items? They say that the robot will cost at retail price as much as $30,000. And then they expect this robo-taxi to also be available on the streets as early as 2026. Also costs about $30,000 to create these big devices. Who's ready?
So the robo taxi is just is the car that he pulled up in, or that was
Yeah,
Also,
so
the bus and the taxi are the same thing.
no, that's the bus I showed you. Excuse me.
Okay.
Here is the taxi that he is going in. The self-driving robo-taxi. Similar looking to a Tesla. As he's even going in the passenger seat. Now he can start going. And there he goes. The robo-taxi. But yes, these are going to cost tens of thousands of dollars, and they expect these all to be on these streets as early as 2026. These three big devices. Who's excited?
So I mean,
Who's scared? What does this all mean?
Van one is cool.
yeah, I mean, so I'll start with the taxi and the van, because who's going to buy those?
Yeah, that's
Rich
true.
people.
A rich
For
person's
what?
going to buy himself a taxi?
Or a bus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't see the
Yeah.
market at all. You got to sell it to like a city
Yeah.
who has a bus. Be like, replace your bus with my bus. But from everything we know about Elon's products, they don't usually they don't usually work the way that they're sold. Their batteries are super expensive to replace, terrible for the environment, which is all electric vehicles. That's not an Elon specific issue. So I just don't know who would buy those two. The robot, I think you're right, Matt. Rich people are gonna buy that robot. I don't know what it does. I know there was a robot bartender at one of the bars, but it did like beer and wine. Like, I don't think it was making drinks. I think it was just pouring drinks from like a tab. But like, yeah, people are definitely going to buy that robot. That was kind of cool. Like, it was able to respond like, "Hey, how's it going? You enjoying the party?" Like, it felt very conversational. Obviously the whole Techno King line was dweeby, but other than that, like, yeah, the robot was cool. Scary that it can understand us and interact with us that fluidly, of course. But I do think people are going to buy that. We're gonna see people walking around with their Tesla robots as soon as it's available to. I mean, obviously him first, and then I don't know, Dave Portnoy will have one. All those people who, in that broy Elon Musk centric culture will have one. And that'll be interesting to see how those robots turn out after learning and interacting with that particular subgroup of people.
Are you scared for these robots? It seems every time we see a robot and every time we talk about AI, we're talking about how they're all going to turn on us and everybody is scared. There is some narrative for some. That's not a concern for you, though? You think these robots will be on their behavior?
Allison, what do you think?
I mean, they're pre-programmed, so I guess how would they go wrong is my question.
I don't know. How did they go wrong in iRobot?
Well, right. I mean, obviously that's a movie would be the answer to that. The script demanded it. But no, I mean, with AI, I feel like the fear is that it would learn and then it would, try and like mess with banking accounts or like hack the government and whatever. And like, that's all very scary that it could do that, but it can't physically hurt anybody, right? Like,
That we know.
it can't like strike you. You can't be hit by an AI. ChatGPT can't choke you. You know what I mean? I guess. What did you say?
No, keep going, keep going.
Jose said something, I thought.
No. Something went off on my phone. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. No worries. But I guess this robot can, but I don't know if it has like the motion to do. You know what I mean? Like, can it run? Like, what can it do? Like, does it kind of just waddle along next to you saying Elon is a techno king? Because that's fairly harmless, I would say. If it can like hit a full sprint like an iRobot, then yeah, maybe we shouldn't put AI in that thing.
Do you really think that's the problem? Like, that's the real fear? Is iRobot?
No, I don't. Because I don't believe that the robot technology is at all like iRobot.
Listen, I think I'm more fear that we're going to create more pussies in this world. But that's just me.
More what?
Pussies.
He said.
Like with a robot?
I don't
understand. If I got lonely fucks buying $30, I can pay $30,000 out of fucking not to be lonely and not get up and go meet a girl or some shit. They rather stay home and play video games with a little fucking $30.
They want to
$30,000.
drop $30,000 or whatever.
Because you're lonely as fuck. That only people that
that's on
spend
them.
$30,000. The only reason why you're spending that money is because you're lonely as fuck.
But I mean, without so obviously I disagree with your characterization and your use of said vulgarity. But if they're lonely and they buy a friend, if it helps them, then why do we care?
Better that than them going insane.
Is it really? Those are the same.
Really.
Those are
The insane ones are the ones.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
those are
insane
the
ones
same
walk
mother-
into elementary
those are the
schools,
same-
if you know what I
those are the
mean.
same
So
You're
those
better
are the
off.
same yeah, your iRobot theory are the same motherfuckers that are lonely as fuck that needs a friend are the same motherfuckers that are gonna start doing shit. So your iRobot theory is correct.
oh, you think that by lonely people are going to tweak the robots to make them
You're
killer
damn
robots?
right. Well, they have robots that are fucking sex robot dolls. So
Yeah.
I do think they have that. They'll do some dumb shit.
All right. I mean, I guess there's that idea that
I-
it could just change the way that these lonely people attack the rest of society by,
Well, I wouldn't say they'll just use it as a bomb and call it a day.
well, whatever. That's an attack, I would
I
say.
just think rich people are going to use it to their advantage, like being nannies, stuff like that. Like instead of just.
I don't think
You don't think so?
Nannies.
you can do
I
that.
think so.
Your baby's drowning in a pool. That
Yeah.
robot's short
I
circuit.
think
He's
so.
gonna hit this pose and say
But,
Elon is a
yeah.
techno king while your baby
I
drowns.
think
Yeah, I don't
so.
think so. I don't think so.
Think about it. A robot, they can actually see what's going on and have control. Where as people, you have to do these background checks and whatever. And at least you could probably
would say
program it to
security,
what you
maybe.
want. And I don't
Maybe
know.
they could replace or supplement home security because they don't got to sleep and you do. So
I can't believe we
when
have
you're
a
asleep,
security
they could-
babysitting. Are we serious? This guy barely did the 2 steps and barely did it.
no, I know, I know, not
I think you
babysitting.
make
I think
their
he could
lives
probably.
easier.
I think he could probably walk around downstairs, and if someone breaks in, could say to you, "Someone broke in." You know what I mean? It could, you know what I mean? I don't think it could do much actually. So I don't see it replacing people.
That's the dumbest robot. If someone breaks in and the robot comes to me, someone broke in. No, bitch. I need you to call 911.
I mean, they
That's
might be
what
able to
you
figure
do.
that out. I don't
Maybe
know.
it would
but-
dial. I don't know. Maybe it would just.
So, someone you would think Elon would put an automatic 911 fucking
He would
button
not
on him,
because he is.
or
He
if
doesn't
they got
care about it
bracelet-
being
if you got
practical.
bracelets, if you got bracelets for old fucks that fall to get 911 to come to the house, they can put one on this damn robot and call it a day.
maybe you could teach it to use a life alert. I don't
There we
know.
go.
I was just gonna say life alert.
No, but of course it can't call 911. That would make it have utility, and most of Elon Musk's current inventions have absolutely no utility. They're just because he's super rich and can try stuff. They're for him. Everything he's invented since the Tesla car originally was just for him. Nobody needed a Tesla truck. They needed a Tesla car that could go further and was not as dangerous to the environment when you had to replace the battery. But Elon said, we're going to keep it short. We're going to keep it dangerous, but I'm going to make it taller and look like a garbage can. And so I'm not surprised that there's no utility to any of these things. Although I mean, there's utility to the other two, actually. Having a bus that's self-driving, you could
I
replace
think the
bus
bus
drivers
is
with that.
cool because it holds.
But no
I like the
one's-
bus.
No one's
I
gonna
like the
pay
bus
for
too.
it. No city.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but
that's
it
the issue
holds
with
up to 20 people, and it
Yeah.
looks like it's pretty tall because the people could walk out with
Yeah, no, yeah.
pretty.
But you would need a school district to replace 3 of their buses with that thing, and it's just not going to happen. You know what I mean? That's the market for this. You need or if there's a city program. I used to work on one. I won't go into details, but it helped elderly folks get to mass transit, because the hardest part about mass transportation is getting people the first and last mile. We have all these buses and trains, but you got to get from your house to the mass transit, then you got to get from the mass transit stop to your final destination, and for some people that's impossible. And so there are programs that help those elderly folks or injured folks do that. So if you get one of them, like a state, to pay for a fleet of those to help do that, then yeah, it'd be a great idea, because it's doesn't put out emissions. You can maintain it. It's going short distances because it's running a transit loop. It's not going far, but you'd have to get someone to pay all that extra money for basically a van when they already have a van. And so I feel like that would be the hard sell. It's not something that most general consumers would feel the need to get. And certainly not the taxi. You need a taxi company to just want to do that. And what's going to happen is Elon's going to start a taxi service. And that's how those are going to get used. That's
Only
my
time
opinion.
will tell. It should be interesting to see where we talk about this again in 2026.
Mhm.
All right, let us kick it to another portion of the show. And quickly, I have right here the NBA is going to start in a couple of weeks, October 25th. Preseason games have begun. As so, on top of preseason games, we also have obviously preseason coverage. And we had an awkward NBA TV moment that included the former NBA coach Sam Mitchell and some dude. And it got so bad when this dude, this co-host, made a joke about Sam Mitchell's salary. Well, it wound up leading to Sam Mitchell threatening to leak his co-host's address on live TV after he made that joke about his salary. This is what happened.
Hey, Sam, what do you think about the fact that Steve Kerr doesn't get going as head coach?
Yeah, I saw that. The coaches don't get medals. I guess it just tells you what international how they value coaches. Not at all.
I'm surprised.
How do coaches don't get a gold medal?
I'm surprised coaches get a paycheck for this show. You know, I think like maybe you should do this pro bono, my friend.
You know, last time I looked at my check, it's pretty close. So hey,
Yeah.
I'm taking donations. Why don't you
By the
come
way,
up
you
on
could
some of that
actually
money
hear
you
the
got,
crew
since you're
gasp when
bragging
he said
about
that.
it.
I'm not bragging about it.
Well, I mean, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you rent your beach house out down in Florida during the hurricane? Or do I need to go on? How about your townhouse over in Buckhead?
Hey, what's going on here, Sam?
You want to call me out? I mean, come on.
I think
You
we
screaming
have,
broke and hungry. Let's just see it. You know, I know what you have and where you live, young fella, so you need to
I
stop.
think we have snitches on the show today.
No,
and
we
his
don't have
name
snitches. We
is
have
Sam
truth tellers.
Mitchell.
We have truth tellers, so you're the one who crying poor and destitute up here. When do I need to keep going on further, more and more? Or do you want me to stop right now?
Go to this game between
That's
the
what I
Sacramento
thought you should do.
Kings
I done
and
told
the
you, young
Golden
fella,
State Warriors.
you're going to stop messing with me on national TV. I done told you about that. Hey, do I need to give out the address? Because you're not at home right now.
Look at this. A game in Seattle, Sam.
Yes. I miss that place. They should still have an NBA team. I love Seattle, one of the best NBA cities ever. They won a championship. The fact that they do not have a team, I don't understand it.
It's getting a little awkward to start. What do you think?
That was incredibly awkward. Wow. First of all, I agree. Seattle should have a team. It's a good NBA city. I mean,
By
who
the
wants
way,
to tackle that first?
Obviously,
wait. I forgot. He stood on business when he talked about releasing his address on the air, his co-host, and he did just that.
Warriors rich in history of championships and now an Olympic gold medal.
6568 North Point Drive, Sandestin, Florida. Huh? You had the pool put in yet?
I think that's your house.
No, that's your house, Prince. Oh, that's your rental property house.
There we go. All right, Warriors.
Boy, this game
Kings.
can't tip fast enough
We'll
for
be
you.
back at halftime and after the game as well.
What do you even say to after something like that?
He might get fired for that.
He's
I'm
definitely
serious.
getting fired.
I'm serious. I mean, there's no world in which the other dude is in the wrong. The other dude is clearly a cocky little showman, right? As again, crying poor. Everything he said up until he actually said the dude's address. I was literally, before Matt played that clip, I was ready to defend the coach. Ready to defend Coach Mitchell. Because that guy was being kind of like, you know, oh, woe is me. Coaches get paid too much. Like, what do you care? You've got plenty. You know what I mean? You know, but one thing if you're sitting there, you know, cleaning the bleachers after the game, that's clearly not what's happening. But then he said the actual address clearly, and that's not okay. Like, that's dangerous. Someone could come there now, you know what I mean? Just because they can. They know where it is. They could like type that into their phone, and they could go. They could steal his stuff. If he's spending spending time there with his family, they could interrupt that time. That's no good. You can't do that. You can't actually say it. I was fine with him joking about saying it too, by the way. I don't think he should be in any. I thought that was fine. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's clearly joking, but he's saying, like, I know all about you. Like, don't make me do something that, you won't like. But then he went and did it. And I was like, oh, man. So, no, that's no good. That's not gonna end well for somebody.
Man, the tension, right?
What
Look how
do they have
angry we
other
get.
problems?
It
Like,
I have
sounded
no
like
idea
something
about
had
this.
happened prior because he
Yeah.
said he keep messing with me. So
I
didn't
had
know.
no idea about this beef between these two whatsoever. This was knew who Sam Mitchell was, but I had no idea about this.
Yeah, I mean, and
Did you
again,
really? Do you really know who Sam Mitchell is?
Yeah, he won a coaching player of the year for Toronto. He won coach of the year with Toronto.
Oh, I didn't even know he coached. I knew him as a player.
Yeah, and he played a little bit in the 90s.
Yeah.
that's
But
interesting.
yeah, but I do have a solution.
Oh,
This was released the day after. By the way, Chris Miller was
Okay.
the name of the analyst.
yes.
Seeing how this went on viral from Friday night and Saturday, this is the reaction.
They said I'm beefing with Sam Mitchell. I rolled up to his house to see if we really have beef. Let's see what's going on. Neighbor!
Man, what the hell you doing that
They
behind
said-
me? I see you last night.
They said we beefing, brother.
About what? I been hoping some more beef for some real steak
No,
ribeye.
I'm trying to tell people that we're neighbors and friends, and you're basically telling people like, hey, my man is doing all right in life.
People, last night it was a backhanded compliment. Everybody thinks that person sitting to our right is broke and destitute. What I basically was saying is, and the reason the house was on my mind, remember I had just asked you about
Sam,
the house.
that's not
and
my
that-
address.
I
That's
know
not
it's
my
not your
address.
address, but we was talking about me and my wife renting the house for the holidays or something, and I asked you for the website so I can go on and book it, right?
Yeah, and here's the thing. My wife runs the house, okay? She's the one that has a new pool in it, and it's a beachfront property
Oh, I
that
ain't know
you
all
can
that.
rent.
Now you give me some more details.
There you go.
Now,
Sam.
what I want to know, do I get the friends and family discount? That's
There you
what
go.
I want to know.
You get the family discount, brother.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Do we believe that even a little?
I don't know. I'll let you answer that first.
Jose, do you believe that even a little?
Oh no.
Okay, I didn't either. That did not
you
read
see all
as
that. You see all that smiling that whole minute and 15 seconds.
yeah, that did not read as genuine to me. That read like he very much read that dude's address out on TV, and they had to pretend that they didn't, and that everything is cool, and that it was just joking and just friends. He was like, "It's a backhanded compliment because everyone thinks the person on their right is broke and destitute." No, no one thinks that. Actually, no one sits there saying the person next to me is broke. Everyone thinks I'm broke. The person next to me has more. So I don't know. But yeah, that didn't read as genuine to me. Maybe it was genuine. That did not read as genuine to me.
I think the NBA TV owner said, "Hey, we're going viral for the wrong reasons here."
Yeah,
Make something up.
I do think that's probably what happened. Yes.
Well, I guess we'll have to see when the season starts if those two still have a job. That's the only other way. I don't really follow much NBA TV.
I mean, they won't fire both of them, so they might move people around, perhaps. But
Funny stuff. Funny stuff. Why don't we now continue with the basketball? Let's switch it with the WNBA, but a little different things. First, we have the WNBA finals going on now. The Minnesota Lynx and New York Liberty tied at 1 in the best of 5 series. Interesting to see where that goes. Go Liberty. But obviously, the world's most famous female basketball player is now enjoying off-season life, right? She's not in the WNBA finals this season. We'll see next season. But remember, at the end of the day, despite being arguably the most famous athlete in the world, you really can make a case of that, at least in the United States.
It's not the world. It's
The
just
United
States.
All right. You know what I mean. She's really popular. Anyways, at the end of the day, she is a recent college graduate just trying to live life. Her and her teammate Lexi Hull, right? And this is Lexi Hull and Caitlin Clark going to get smoothies.
This is good. Do the raspberry dream with vanilla cream instead of coconut cream, please? And then can I do the summer splash also?
Can I get the spring fling with vanilla cream instead of coconut cream? Can I have the beach babe too, please?
You're Caitlin Clark, right?
Maybe.
I have a golden mug I can give you. Golden mug means every time you come through Cirque, you just get a free refill.
What's your favorite drink?
Woo!
What's your?
Mine is the Jolly Old Elm.
Oh, I'm gonna try.
I just opened, but okay.
Would you like? Okay, what are you gonna start with? Did you get? Yeah, you got spring. That's mine.
Pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Wait, that's my favorite. It's the only one I've had, but I can tell it's gonna
This
be my
tastes like
favorite.
a-
This is the raspberry dream.
This tastes like a blue raspberry icy.
Yes.
This mine's better.
It's so creamy.
Obviously.
Also, it's really good. What is the
I
same
think
thing?
The only difference is yours is raspberry, mine's strawberry.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Cut that out, please.
We'll skip over that. Beach Babe. This is the summer splash.
You can mix it up, kind of, maybe.
Hey, these are healthy, right?
No, but they are only $3. I love a bargain.
That's good. This would be good on like a summer day.
Agreed.
Healthy, refreshing.
Mine is not healthy at all. Like an icy again. They taste like ices.
This looks thick.
Really good.
This will give you a cavity, guaranteed.
This looks like a Shirley Temple. Would not get that again.
Which one's your
I mean, both of mine are 1 and 2. Yours are 3 and 4.
Think to yourself.
Oh, I promise you they are.
No, you don't like this one more than
No,
this.
I mean,
You don't. Just admit it.
yeah, I don't know.
I think my choice was number 1, the raspberry dream with coconut milk instead of vanilla cream. Number 1 of the 4 that we ordered.
No, this is number 1. These are tied for 2nd and 3rd next to, and
See, we're all naturally content creators at the end of the day, especially
Caitlin.
Gen Z.
Caitlin, you gotta rank it A through F. That is how you get the engagement. You have to make an A through F ranking. People
No,
understand that. There's grades there. Everyone got grades, Caitlin. Maybe not you because you were a star player, but everybody else got grades.
See, she's just trying to just be a normal person. And that's funny. That is her teammate, Lexi Hull. Why doesn't she get some golden mug for life?
Well, she's not Caitlin Clark. She didn't get recognized.
She didn't even.
as the drive-thru. She said maybe. Also, Caitlin, you should try the Wendys pineapple one. You might enjoy that as well. That's very tasty too. Yeah, that was fun. Always good to see people be normal, or somewhat normal. You know. Jose's got a look on his face like, "What are you talking about?"
What's your problem with this, Jose?
This is all she is like. This is the most retarded thing ever. She just recorded herself just trying different fuckings.
What she
frosties.
She's a normal person.
Well, yeah, what was she supposed to do?
Yeah, I'll have a response
it?
later after this, but
Is she supposed to dunk it?
I
What do you mean?
How about
appreciate
go
Caitlin
go
Clark's.
do something? How about
She did. She went and got a smoothie.
Yeah, but no, I know what she did.
Yeah.
Soda, guys. Did you know that?
So
What's
what?
that?
So they showed it on the Mormon Wives. But
Oh,
it's-
is that Mormon place?
Yes. It's
Oh,
big. It's the soda
wow,
shop.
very
So
cool.
it's different.
Why was she?
That's where
Utah?
Caitlin Clark. Oh, I thought that was Smoothie King.
Why would
No.
It's why was she in Utah?
Thing is, it's a very popular soda. Like you can get different sodas with like different flavors and stuff. I'm pretty positive.
Now I want to know where she was. Do they have
Yeah.
them elsewhere? I've never heard them anywhere else.
I think they're pretty popular in.
So, by the way, can I say something while you do that? So, we see Caitlin Clark. This is what she's doing, making wholesome, nice content in the off season. You want to see what her arch nemesis Angel Reese is doing?
Oh,
But she looks hot as hell.
She posted this.
She looking good.
Oh
Mhm.
my!
Did you see
Look at this.
her?
I think
Did you see her
we're thinking the same
podcast?
thing. We look at her. This is her at a live Wild and Out taping.
She's good or not?
Jose, shut up.
She does.
This is ready to buffer for me.
That's a good dress.
That's what Angel Reese is doing. Caitlin Clark really is the angel and she's the devil.
So they have them all over. So they
I just saw that. Yeah.
Arkansas, Tennessee, Oklahoma. They have Utah.
I believe that one's from Indiana.
Yeah, they have them in Indiana, which is where she's from. So that was clearly Indiana somewhere. So yeah, clearly that was Indiana. They have at least 3 in Indiana, it looks like, on this map that I'm looking at. But more importantly,
compared to Angel Reese.
Compared to Angel, I don't understand, and I mean I understand it because we're talking about it, but to the people who are not talking about it on their podcast right now, I don't understand why there has to be a comparison between the two. Like, who cares? Wild and Out, fun show. I like Wild and Out. Matt, I know, has watched Wild and Out before because I've watched it with him. Jose, do you watch Wild and Out?
No, I don't.
Okay, what about you, Allison? All right, well, it's a good
You
show.
never did back in the day, Jose?
I think I've seen episodes, but I didn't watch it.
I have seen episodes.
Okay,
but no,
yeah,
I will never
Well,
admit
now
that
you're
I
gonna go
watched it.
watch it because of Angel Reese.
I'm not gonna watch it at all. But if I compare them two, I'd rather see what Angel Reese is doing.
I just feel like she's
Caitlin
messy.
Clark. Who? Caitlin
No,
Clark?
I feel like Angel Reese is messy, and she always has.
She's messy.
Even during the season, she was messy.
She's just playing her game. I
You're
think
telling
half of
me
this.
when Caitlin Clark gets checked for literally a flagrant foul, someone comes over and just busts her over, and Angel Reese is standing up cheering that. That's literally
she's cheering her teammate.
Yeah,
she's
it was her
being a team
teammate.
player.
It wasn't other people. It wasn't she
over for what? Why
wasn't
was that
cheering
fun?
like a third team.
Disgusting. That's not
Listen, let's be right.
play.
Let's be honest. If Matt wanted to punch an old lady, I'm gonna cheer him on. I'm gonna be there for support because he's my partner.
Would because why?
Also, it's very.
I'm not gonna punch any old lady.
It's very different if the power forward for the she plays for Chicago, right?
Chicago Sky.
Yes.
Yeah, it's very different if the Sky power forward hits Angel Reese than if Matt punches an old woman. So you don't have to cheer in both of those scenarios. One of those you can very clearly be like, "What are you doing, man?" But hold on, let me finish. So there is just basketball. Yeah, they're rivals, and they do. I think they do see each other as rivals because of their college careers and the way that they panned out. And yeah, I think some of it has to do with the way that the media has covered just one of them more than the other. So they definitely do compete with one another in that regard. But I don't think Caitlin Clark cares. And I honestly don't think Angel Reese actually cares. I think she cares on social media a little bit to try and gin up interest. But I don't think she truthfully gives one. I mean, she got invited on Wild and Out. You know what I mean? Like, she's with Nick Cannon on stage in front of all those people. What does she care if Caitlin Clark gets talked to? You know what I mean? Like, it clearly doesn't matter to either of them in any meaningful way. And comparing the two, I think, is silly. Yes, those pictures are obviously racy compared to Caitlin Clark drinking soda in Indianapolis. But who cares? Caitlin Clark wants to drink a soda in the offseason? That's fine. Angel Reese wants to do a photo shoot in the offseason? That's fine. They don't got to do the same thing. They don't have to compete all the time. They can be different people and do different things, and neither one of them is bad for doing something. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, it gotta be that way, you gotta be this way. Like, no. All they have to do is win basketball games, which, by the way, neither of them did in the playoffs. So, you know what I mean? Let's just, next year, they'll go at it, and they'll try and win basketball games again. Stop with the whole Angel versus Caitlin thing. I'm so far over it. By the way, I watched the Liberty versus the Lynx game 1. That's right. Caitlin Clark wasn't even playing. Neither was Angel Reese. I watched the whole thing. I was at a bar, but I still watched the whole thing. So
did you really?
Look at
you at the bar watching that? What kind of bar is that?
So I was actually at a bar for a different reason, and it was on, and so I just watched the game.
Yeah. I'm about to say, hey Matt, let's go to a bar, watch some WNBA going on.
No, I didn't pick it. I was at a bar. No. The game came on, and I watched the game. But I did watch the whole thing at the bar.
Right.
That bar, if you got time, that's not something you want to admit. I watched the whole game at the bar. That bar must
Brianna
be
Stewart
shitty as
missed
hell.
free throw was something else.
I was at an event. It was not meant to be partying.
I guess. Well, you have an excuse.
I think I'm a
Appreciate it.
little angry at Angel too because she kind of came at my girl Taylor Swift a little bit on her podcast. So
Just a podcast too.
she does have a podcast, and she brought Travis Kelce's ex-girlfriend on the podcast and
Why not?
started
Why not?
talking about Taylor and Travis's relationship, and I was like, it's been 3 years, 4 years, get over it. Like, don't be messy. Don't bring drama.
Ooh.
Well, I mean, was she bringing
Keep my
drama,
girl
or was she
Taylor out of
telling?
your mouth.
But was she bringing drama, or was she just
She
telling the truth?
yeah.
I don't know what she said, so.
You'll just have to watch like clips on it, but she would just like bringing up past stuff. It's like that's not even necessary.
But was it true?
What do you mean?
Whatever she said, was it accurate?
She didn't say anything like that.
I looked up quickly. These are the top. I wrote Angel Reese Taylor Swift on the search bar on X. This is the top video. It says, so this garden tool, Kayla Nicole, appeared on Angel Reese's podcast, said her personal life is nobody else's business, then proceeds to talk about her personal life and the man Taylor Swift yanked from her for 40 minutes. It's been 3 girls. Move on, girl. That is the
3 years.
Yeah, we're living in this weird time where people feel like entitled to know everything about you and your personal life and your professional life, and it's really nobody's business.
Yeah.
Okay, that's there. I see if I can find anything else. I don't have. That might be the only one I have on this cold search. But
I mean, yeah. So I don't know what they said about Travis. It sounds like they were talking more about Travis than Taylor. Sounds like people have decided an attack on Travis is an attack on Taylor. That's not how that works. So I would say that that's point one. And then point two, if what she said is true, then I see no problem with bringing it up. It's their relationship. She can talk about her relationship with somebody on a podcast if she wants
She
to.
doesn't have a relationship with him anymore, Ryan.
Can
Yes,
I
she
just see
did.
also here? We'll react to a reaction video of rappers Cameron and Mace reaction to Kayla Nicole's interview. See if anything else. Let's see if there's something worthy to react to on this one, and then we'll see what
I
else is
look like I would go 50-50 on bills.
Oh my god, I hate this.
And look at what happened. She called herself flexing and got a bigger flex on her. Now he's with somebody he doesn't have to pay a dime for. So it didn't work. You lost him to somebody with more money that will do 50-50.
Because she says, what do I look like to not be paying? What does somebody look like that doesn't have to pay for 50?
Yeah, I'm on your side, Allison, on that one. This girl seems stuck up.
Well, I mean, she can be stuck up and right at the same time. You can be both. I'm sorry. She had a relationship with this dude. If she talked about that
relationship with him that was like 3 or 4 years ago, but like,
but that's irrelevant.
It's
That's
really
irrelevant. I had a
one of the
relationship
clips
with my
I
great
saw.
grandmother, but I haven't seen her in a million years because she died. I can't talk about her anymore. No,
No,
she
but
had a
one of the
relationship.
clips she had
Travis
shown,
Kelce. She
which
can
Matt did
absolutely
not
talk about
show.
that relationship. Now, it sounds like she was stuck up in that relationship about money and other things. And it sounds like he was smart to move on from that 3 years ago and has a much better gig now. I'm not saying that she's a catch. I'm just saying that if everything she said is true when she was with him for 3 years ago, then I see no problem with her sitting down for a podcast interview. And I certainly don't see how Angel Reese is at all responsible for that. She's just the host sitting there listening to a guest. I don't know. This is you Swifties
I'll
overreact.
find it and I'll give it to you. I'll find the clip and I'll give it to you.
This is the
I found
Swifties
it on
overreact. This is
I'll
the
find
Swifties
it and I'll send it.
overreact. That's fine. But in the meantime, this is the Swifties overreacting again. As they often do on these social media apps. You can find it.
I'll find it.
Wow, Ryan.
You guys
It's true. I mean, everyone knows. I don't like to pick sides and all this. Is just a fact. She can absolutely talk about her ex.
I'm not saying she can't talk about it. It's the way she talks about it in the clips that have not been shown. That
Taylor Swift made a 10-minute song calling one of her exes, frankly, abusive. And that ex, by the way, was also what, 3 years ago by the time the song came out? The 10-minute version of that song came out? And no one, certainly not the Swifties, but frankly, no one batted an eye when she did it. You know why? Because it's her story. She's absolutely entitled to tell a story from her life about an ex that she had. And as long as it's not fake, there's nothing wrong with doing it. Now, if you make up a story, that's when you get sued. But provided the story is real, you are totally fine to talk about a real story that really happened to you, regardless of how many years ago it was. So I'm sorry, if we're going to let Taylor trash every man she's ever dated on her albums and in interviews, by the way, and that's fine. I don't care that she does that. They're her exes. She can talk about her dating life all she wants, as all of us can. But if we're going to let Taylor do it, then everyone else can do it too. And that means some of her boyfriends, like Travis Kelce, could get caught in the crossfire. And I think that's fine. And Travis, I'm sure, doesn't care. And Taylor probably really doesn't care. So the Swifties should certainly not care.
All right. Everybody has some valid points on this one.
I sent them to y'all.
I'll take a look. Not right now. We're going to keep going, but I'll look at them.
Watch at your leisure. But people shit on Taylor all the time for writing songs about men. So I'm just going to leave it at that, and that's fine. But watch
I meant Swifties, though.
Okay.
Yes. There's plenty of people who make fun of Taylor Swift all the time. I'm saying the people who don't, who support her tooth and nail, are now doing the same thing that you just said everyone else does to Taylor all the time.
Watch the clip.
I will watch the clip.
All right. So we have Bad Parent. We have Disney World, right? A clip that I had saved and it somehow disappeared. But I found this. I found another version for it. It's just a lot shorter, but long story short, I believe this is Disney. This is Disney World, maybe Disney in Tokyo, or maybe Disney Hong Kong, or Disneyland actually, right? And it's just bad parents, a parent losing their kid, and it's Mickey Mouse coming to save the day and calling out the parent in this moment right here. So you go into Disneyland, and a person dressed as Mickey telling you to do a better job as a parent is hilariously crazy. Buddy said, tighten up, do better. And look at Disney in his Halloween costume. I mean, Mickey. You watch him. Let's see it again. Look at this bad parent getting embarrassed. I love it. You watch him. One more time. Here it is. Lost child, and it's Mickey, the one saving the day. Good job, Mickey.
So I was gonna say real quick.
Take that, Ryan.
No, so real quick for anyone who hasn't seen the full clip, that kid, Mickey almost trips over that kid, and then Mickey's like, "Where are your parents?" The kid looks around, and then Mickey takes the kid's hand and finds the parents, and that's why he says, "You got to watch your kid." So it's not just Mickey ran up to a dad and their son and said, "Watch your kid." This kid was running in the middle of the road. Mickey almost tripped on them, and so that's when Mickey did that. So that's just the context of why he did that. And yeah, he should be embarrassed when a giant cartoon mouse is taking care of your children for you. Someone should straighten you out. I'm with Mickey on this one. Team Mickey. It's also, yeah, what is the Take That Ryan? Where did that come from?
Take that, Ryan. It's like,
you're very anti-Disney. So
who said I'm anti-Disney?
So like a month ago or 2 months ago where we had this big thing. Come on, Ryan.
When they tried to get away with killing someone?
They did not get away. They saved people.
Situation? Come on.
Jeez, are you seriously saying
Are
I'm
you
anti-Disney
serious,
for
Ryan? You
not
just saw
wanting them to
Mickey
kill
save
someone?
somebody. They ain't killing anybody.
Yes, they did.
Don't put that on Mickey's name.
I didn't put it on Mickey's name. I put it on Disney's name, the Walt Disney Corporation. But I will say, update on that, since we're talking about that real quick. I won't go into the full thing. Just that they went forward with the lawsuit. Disney dropped its strategy of not allowing the suit to go forward. So that family is going to have its day in court, and a jury of their peers is going to decide if Disney is held liable for not listening to that woman say, "I'm allergic," and then giving it to her anyway. So that's that. So now the justice system will have its day, and great for Disney. Some other companies, not so much.
Disney's probably doing that just because they simply probably looked at the facts and realized that they got nothing.
I mean, that's possible. I mean, Disney may have looked into it and be like, actually, we'll probably win this thing and let it go forward. I don't know. Or they thought the bad publicity was worth.
Yeah, but nobody gave a shit. I mean, it's been weeks, months ago, and nobody thought about it. I've not seen one report about it at all.
I've seen
more reports of where people are worried about Milton doing something to Disney than Disney doing something to someone else.
I'm just
like
saying.
murder.
It was a thing. It was a thing. But anyway, yes.
You know what?
If me wanting a large corporation to be liable when it kills someone is anti-Disney, then I will proudly wear that anti-Disney moniker. But I thought Moana was a great movie. I've seen Frozen. Okay. I am not anti-Disney. I am fine with Disney. Disney is fine when they're not killing people.
Pretty funny stuff there. And also give credit the Jets and Aaron Rodgers threw a 52-yard Hail Mary
just saw
pass,
that.
and he made the catch.
With 8 seconds.
How is the running back
Lazard.
Matt, how is their running back doing? Hall.
We got 40 yards.
40 yards.
No,
8 carries.
we need that to slow down, or Matt's gonna beat me in fantasy football.
We'll let that rock there. But
whoever got
good stuff.
Ricky, whoever got Davis, that's covering what's his name? That's out. God damn, whoever got him off fantasy, it's one lucky mother, because they probably had to pick him up on waivers.
Probably, yeah.
He is killing it right now.
If you got that in the last hour, you are a fantasy psycho.
Yes.
You did that. Anyways, okay. So, Allison, I have a specific clip for you, and it went very viral.
Oh, God,
it's called
I'm nervous.
"Guys the Day Before They Ghost You." Please. tell
Oh,
us if
I
this
shared
is-
that.
Yeah,
I
that's
share
what I
it
got for
every
you.
time I see it, and it's so accurate.
So thank you. So we got a nice preview of what I'm about to show you. So, Allison, tell us your reaction here from this. Korean Bjorny.
I love this video. It's so accurate.
Guys, the day before they ghost you.
I just can't wait to meet your parents. I wonder what our kids will look like one day. I just hope they have your eyes. I just feel like we were meant to be together. Hey, should we just move in together? We have the money. Well, you have the money, but... I just can't stop looking at you. I just can't wait to meet your parents. I wonder what our kids will look like one day. I just hope they have your eyes. I just feel like we were meant to be together. Hey, should we just move in together? We have the money. Well, you have the money, but...
Oh, all right, Allison.
My
It
God.
seems to hit home.
Trauma. So much trauma. That.
Jose, have you said any of these
Trauma.
things before ghosted somebody?
Yep.
Like what?
Let's even try to hide it. Yup.
Every one of them, everything on that fucking video, it sounds like
What
I
our
used to
kids
do.
will look like.
Yep, you play- yeah.
You said so, somebody's told you that?
Yup.
We
Story,
should
I
move in
don't-
together.
I don't think I say that now.
And
Yeah,
you're
My
'cause it
wife.
wa-
I'm not like, what are you? I'm never like, what do you think our future kids will look like? And I'm married for 2 years.
I literally had a guy I was talking to. He was like, "Hey, I'm moving back to LA, but can I put a baby in you like before?"
Oh
I
yeah,
go?
you've mentioned.
You have a baby together, and I'm like,
That's so weird. That whole thing's strange. Truly.
we're not even together.
People with the breeding kink at T Tweet Cap. Let me know why.
Yeah. And the
Let's
guy
see
who
what
wants
happens.
all baby mamas. I don't get it. I don't get the. Is it a power thing?
It's more like just the
What?
pandemic of
Breeding kink?
not people
So
who
knocking people up, like putting your seed inside of them and them having your baby.
I don't know. It must be. I would say yes. It probably is a
I
power
would say
thing.
it's like a power thing.
It's
for
a
sure.
control thing.
Yeah.
stop the baby fever people. But anyways, but regarding this though,
Yes.
the Caspering, I think this is a good example of that, right?
Well,
That's
no.
not Caspering.
Caspering
Oh,
is
that's
friendly.
not Caspering.
That's
Caspering's
definitely not
friendly.
Caspering.
So what would you say this in the ghosting categories?
This is ghosting.
Gaslighting?
Just straight up ghosting.
It's straight up ghost. Yeah.
And
this is
saying all
the
those things?
guy
But that's
this is
before
the
you
type
ghost.
of guy who resurrects and comes back from the dead and then zombies you. This is the type of guy that does that. So he'll ghost you and he'll like say all these things and he'll like make you like fall in love and do whatever, and then all of a sudden he ghosts you, he's gone, and then he'll come back months later and be like, "Oh, hey, like how are you? Like been thinking about you. I miss you." That's that type of guy.
Yeah, I would say I think caspering, if I understand, I've been studying, Jose. I think caspering is when you've basically it's not even like a full ghost. You kind of be like, I need time, and then you stop responding after saying that. Something to that effect.
Caspering is let's say you're with this girl and it kind of you're not sure about that person, right?
Right, yeah.
So you kind of you don't ghost necessarily. You kind of start slowly keep taking a step back and taking a step back, taking a step back.
Gotcha.
Eventually it go like the text message, it'll go like you text this person every fucking day the first couple of months, and then it slowly goes from every minute to like two, 3 texts.
Yeah.
And then
this
it goes
guy did this guy showed an example of doing that. Oh
yeah,
man.
but the lovey guy that we saw in this video, this guy, they just completely stop. So they're like, I love you, I love you, I love you, then like disappear. There's no gradual step back. It's just
no like gradual.
it's 100% in, 0% in within the course of a day.
But you understand why, right? I mean, you guys know why we do that, right?
I've never done it, so I simply don't know.
From my understanding, it's you have a lot of options and you're just kind of trying to feel some form of companionship.
I don't think that's I don't think that would be it, but I want to hear what Jose says actually before I speak.
Reason why we do that is because we most those type of men are what, so there's two types of men. There's a someone that's physically and then someone's emotionally, right? Those are typically the emotionally ones. They get off emotionally. They want to feel loved at that moment. Sex is not just physical. Sex is an emotional added to it. So once they have it, they kind of get that fix and they kind of go off their merry way. They want the plan. They like the feeling of the future, the idea of kids, and you feed it by continuing to have this conversation. So when they have it, they kind of got their fix out of it, and we knew that we're not in it long term. So when we talk about having kids and having this and having that with that person, we know like this wasn't gonna last, but we still want to get it in, and that's how we get off on it. It's an emotional fixation that we want.
Maybe
Weirdos.
Wow. You call it weirdos. It's one of those things where most people don't feel. It's those guys that are emotionally don't feel good enough are typically those ones. They don't want to be trapped. So that's why we do it. See, Allison seems the typical type that you can bring. And the best part of it all is like we once we know we got you and like have that emotional, like they like to emotionally fuck the shit out of you.
Well, it doesn't work on me anymore, Jose. So
I'm not saying now, but I'm saying
it used to.
It's like you conversate with this girl and you like that feeling like you're talking about family, like have one day this, one day that, one day we can have a house together, one day this. It's like it brings like it fucking builds up until you smash, and then when it pops, and then you kind of look at the person and it's like, keep it moving.
Which if you've ever done this, it's super fucked up.
I agree. I don't like this.
You're right. You're right. But that's why you're right. But that we keep it fucking moving. That's why we ghost you. We block your number and call it a day. We go to the next girl.
Well, don't talk about like a future and kids and a house and whatever if like you don't mean
it's an emotional thing. It's just that's how they get off.
Well, good for them, but they suck. So
I'm not saying I totally agree with you. It's fucked up. It sucks, but that's how they get off. They don't care. They don't give two fucks. They only give a fuck about themselves. That's why they're single. Like talk about kids and Russian shit. Come on, there's a reason for it. They fucking think about when you meet a guy and the guy's talking about kids, family, house, and all this shit, and he looks and he wants to be the guy that you want. Like he fits every fucking checkbox. And you're asking yourself, you're probably asking like, fuck, how the fuck are you single? Don't you ever ask yourself that this motherfucker didn't just come out the fucking woodwork just now? There's reason. That's a red flag right there off rip.
That's actually, I kind of agree with that. if you're like, this guy's perfect, why isn't he taken? That means obviously something happened.
It's like this motherfucker thinking like
this. Single.
This person is like talking about family. I want a family. Talking about how kids. I want kids. He's talking about having a house here. I want a house. God damn, this guy's fucking amazing. I wonder what the fuck's wrong with them. Well, you're gonna find out in a couple of weeks what's something wrong with them, and then it'd be too late by the time you realize it.
I think some people, I don't fully agree with that because I think some people do choose to be single.
Sure. I mean, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, people who choose to single will tell you. The people that choose to be single and have that, like, won't plan futures, won't plan tell about our kids, won't plan having houses, won't plan because their plan is to be single. They tell you off rip. This is they'll be real honest with you. When there's no game and bullshit, they'll tell you straight out, listen, I'm not looking for this. I'm looking for a good time. I'm looking to meet up, hang out, Baba. See, if it goes somewhere, it goes somewhere. I'm not promising. There's no promises. There's no outlook on that. But when a person tells you that, he's trying to fucking manipulate you to get what he wants. And that's when you should really look at it and be like, damn, all these shits looks perfect. And then when you go ask the dude, hey, you're too good to be true. You know what they normally say? You're right. I get hurt, blah, blah, blah. It's the wrong girl. They make some excuse to blame it on their partner. Well, realistically, they knew it was them on the rip.
So I'm going to amend it slightly in my view. I think that it's not always a full-on malicious thing like Jose is kind of insinuating. I think there's people who are probably would look like a catch, who are single, and you probably wonder why they're single. But I would say that if they're single, like Jose is saying, then there is something wrong. Maybe they're like a workaholic, you know what I mean? Maybe they're whatever, maybe overbearing family. Like something is not perfect if you think the person is perfect. Right?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna explain that's true. But here's the part where a guy that is a workaholic, a guy that has attachment issues, and they really are generally like the person and don't want to use, will come up and be upfront with it. Because after that,
too, yeah.
But after that, because
if
I tell Allison, listen, I have attachment issues, I'm not good in being. Commitment is not my easiest forte, blah, blah, but I'm interested in you. Maybe if we take it slow, see where we go. I don't want to promise you, but you seem interested. You're beautiful, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to leave it up to you.
Right.
Then Allison can go and be yes or no. But if she says yes and I walk, I have like Allison knew off Jump Street. Now, if she gets attached, that's her fault. Right. But most guys that play the whole kids and blah, blah, they knew off rip. It is malicious. They knew what we were doing. They knew how to get to you. It's either you're thinking you're physically attracted to me and blah, 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 you're all up on my dick, or I'm emotionally offering you all these things that I know I can't cash or won't cash.
Right.
So most girls want that. Most girls want what do most girls want? A guy
most
that either
people want that.
Correct. Let's go, people. Most people either want an attractive person, something they're attracted to, or most people are gonna want someone that knows what they want. You will hope for both, but they might not be the greatest thing in the best looking thing in the world, but you'll give him a chance because he knows what he wants in life. He's adventurous. He's this, he's that, and he knows that. Or you're gonna take this great looking fucking Channing Tatum looking motherfucker and give him a shot. But that's normally how it works.
There we are.
Preach, bro. Preach every single time. I love it. Okay. So, do want to move on to this. I could go all day on this, but we do have to move on to other things. But say you do get to the ultimate holy of matrimonies, and you marry somebody and you start a family with them. And imagine if that kid, that first kid, second kid, third, I don't know. But imagine if your child becomes a genius in front of your eyes, like this dad has seen.
So my 2-year-old son is going to show me how to calculate the area of a rectangle. You ready, Dove?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm ready.
You ready? Okay. So.
Area equal width times width. Area equal 41 times 38. Area equal 41 times 38. 1 times 8, 8. 4 times 8, 32. It is 0. 1 times 8, 8. 4 times 3. 1 times
No, that was wrong.
3.
Okay.
4 times 3, 12. Now you add it. 8 plus 0, 8. 2 plus 3, 5. 3 plus 2, 5. 0 plus 1, 1. Area equals 1,558 centimeters squared.
Good job. So my
2 years old. So who wants to rain on the parade and say this is fake
I
or
had
something?
to check to make sure he did it right.
No, I mean, yeah, I did it right.
And who would you guys remember how to get the area of a rectangle off rip?
Yes,
You would, Ryan?
Yes, I know how to get the area of a rectangle.
Like you would I could tell you before this clip, what's the formula? How do I get to figure out the area of a
Yeah,
rectangle?
it's length and width is how you get the area. If you want the volume, it's length, width, and height.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Not everybody's as smart as you either, Ryan. But
no, listen.
thing is,
You do not have to tell me twice. I know that.
I'm saying that that's not right away for adults. Is what I'm saying.
I mean, certainly not at 2.
And that's a 2-year-old child, 18 months old, who somehow has that vocabulary in 18 months.
Yeah, I mean,
I can
obviously,
still helping this. So this kid is a genius.
I was gonna say, so obviously the
or
dad.
Are we, or just 1 second. Or do we want to just say this kid is a big phony and he's just a it's fake? I don't know, because everybody can't take anything seriously.
No, it's not fake.
Carlos
I mean,
Stanton home run, by the way.
Nice. I don't think it's fake. I mean, obviously the dad taught this to him. You know what I mean? Like they worked on this. You saw he made a mistake in his calculations. He didn't move on to the 3. He did the 8 again, but then he corrected that and realized that he had to use the 3 in the 38, not the 8 again. And so that to me proves that he not only did, obviously he was taught this, but he is actually learned it because he was able to recognize. I mean, his dad said, but then he knew how to fix the mistake. And so that means that he clearly knows actually multiplication and addition and all these different parts, because if it was just something that his dad had him memorize, then 1, he probably wouldn't have messed it up. Although, by the way, if a 2-year-old can memorize all that for the camera, that's pretty impressive too. But had it just been a memorization thing when his dad said, he probably would have been confused as to what to do, would have had to start all over again, because it was a script. You're trying to run through a script. So it's clear that when he was able to correct it instantly, it's because he understood, I used the wrong number, and then was able to do the process with the correct number. So I think it's real. I mean, it's be a smart kid, I bet.
You must be impressed as well, Alison and Jose.
I think y'all are gullible fucks if y'all think this shit is real.
Yeah, Jose, tell us how this is fake.
That shit's
It just is
heavily edited as obvious. You can see.
Yeah,
you make it like you can't even practice that shit. You can't practice that shit before you make a good one. Y'all fucking bugging.
Whoa.
This is an 18-year-old human being.
I'm sure they practiced it. What do you mean? Of course they practiced it. He's
10,000 times. He eventually got it.
The point is it's not only figure that out. The fact that he could calculate that he could go on camera and do all that. That's fascinating stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I said that even if it was truly just they did it 10,000 times and he memorized the formula his dad taught.
Did you do multiplications when you were 2 years old?
No.
No, but I know how much a pound of Coke to sell at 12, so
Well, that's 12. We're not talking about 12. We're talking about 2.
Exactly. We're talking about 2 years old.
Even if this was truly memory, they just did it a bunch of times and he remembered how to do it.
Yeah.
That alone is still incredibly impressive at 2 years old. I think the fact that he was
maybe
able to
he's
correct.
Benjamin Buttons. You ever thought about that? Maybe
He's like actually like 30.
Yeah, maybe.
I just think
God
he's a genius.
He's
maybe
actually
he's
30.
Benjamin Button. Maybe in a few years, but you don't know where the hell he.
I love that reverse. I love that reverse aging is far more likely for you than what's it called? Than just being a smart kid. Like, no way this kid's smart. Must have reversed aged.
Probably Gary Coleman's little cousin or something. Oh damn.
He's had a lot of
You
energy.
can follow him,
for
by
an
the way.
old man.
Devin Loves Numbers on Instagram. If you want
I'm
to
glad
comment,
Devin loves numbers because I don't.
Me neither.
unless you want to comment on just you're fake. You suck. 2-year-old.
I'm sure someone does, by the way.
You suck, 2-year-old from the podcast.
No. I'm pro Devin. I'm pro Devin.
Yo, quick.
He showed his work and explained his answers. Teachers are gonna love him.
Yeah, another thing, right? We all like to order from Amazon, right?
Yeah.
All Amazon, you get it delivered and all that. Let me ask all of you this. How would you react if this was your Amazon delivery carrier? How would you react?
You ready for a new I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know what you want me to do. I don't know how I do anything wrong in the bed. I don't get that. When all you do is criticize me. Oh, your head bogus and all this, and that. Like, what the fuck? Come on now. Come on now. You ready for a new decor? You fucking beast at this shit.
I love how she just throws.
By the way, for those who want to assume, oh, you could just have filmed that in the same day. It was different days. You could see the actual sign get moved, and there's different shades of the sunlight. So this is just an Amazon worker who does not give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what happens when you hire the hood.
Well, no, I'm gonna say that
you know it's true.
I'm gonna say that
they
this particular driver-
They take
She chucked
uneducated.
and she just went.
Yeah, well, of course, I would have been the same way if I dropped out of high school and I was selling myself for a little bit, and then I found out I need to get a real job, and Amazon's paying me $13 an hour to work overnight, or fucking put trucks together and shit. I'd be like her too.
I mean, obviously, we have that. None of that's based in fact. I want to make that clear.
We don't know if she dropped out of high school. We don't
Right.
know.
That's correct.
We don't
None
know,
of
but
that's based in fact.
there's a strong chance. There's a good money line on the plus side that she did.
I would say that first and foremost, they should probably get a different delivery driver for that particular route, as she's been caught on camera not doing her job particularly well.
Hitting the nothing beats the truck and the doors escaping.
Right. There's like, in addition to the damage that was obviously done to the packages, there's potentially damage to the person's vehicle. So, that person probably needs to go. But I will say
that is lazy at its best.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know, maybe those drones, I don't know how you fix that. I don't know. You just gotta maybe pay them more. I don't know, make them, meaning the drivers, more invested.
You need to have a master's degree to have this job.
No, you don't. You don't need a master's degree to have that job. But
no, I'm saying that's what you do. You switch it up.
No, because honestly, they can't do that because that would make the cost of hiring untenable. So no, but you could just, give a bonus or something. I don't know. Figure it out. That's what I would do. I don't know. I don't know.
I've seen some in the city do that though.
Just throw it.
Just throw it, like, because they don't want to climb the stairs. They'll just throw it up the stairs.
Yeah, my thing is like
the stairs are steep. Like
right,
half
but
the time they don't want to come up to our like. I'm on the second floor.
but do
like,
they like know what it is? Like, do they know what's in the package? If it's like a scarf, then fine, whatever. But if someone has like their
I don't
great,
know if they know what's
you know what I
in
mean,
it.
like
Yeah.
their great aunt, you know, Merkel's favorite vase that they're gonna give her for Christmas.
Oh God.
And that thing gets shattered on the doorstep. Like, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just don't know.
Shoots.
Maybe
I don't
that's a way they could tell. Maybe they like feel it and then they just chuck it up the stairs.
Maybe. I don't know. That person, that delivery person, she didn't seem like she was
didn't
feeling
want-
it. She just kind of tossed it.
That's funny. All right, we'll finish it up with one more show as we are inching closer to the spooky season.
Ooh.
And right here, why don't I share with you a viral Halloween clip of this guy terrorizing the streets?
Wow, I see this.
Mm-hmm.
Let me record.
Her, come on, I'm not playing here.
Bro, stuff.
Not having.
That dude didn't drop it.
She's terrified.
Yeah.
Yo. You can't
Come on, grab it.
She closed. There you go.
Excuse me. Excuse me. There you go, sir. I'm gonna drop this motherfucker on my mama
Oh God.
Man.
I would be so mad if I dropped it. I would be so pissed.
They threw it at him once.
That's why I would have been like, F you, like we're done.
Yeah, my first reaction would be like, who's playing? Like, who? Come on, stupid TikTok.
I don't
That'd
get
be the
paid
first
enough
thing
for
I'd say.
this. I'm gonna go.
So I'm freaked out. Jose, how would you react?
Oh, I ain't scared of that shit. I was just at a haunted house over the weekend. I wasn't scared.
Ooh, Jose, nothing stops Jose.
Once you live in the hood for like 20 some odd years, you're pretty good.
I see. All right.
Why everything scares me. Because I'm from Wisconsin. The whitest state.
You guys are funny. All right. Good stuff, though. Great stuff tonight. Allison, Ryan, and Jose, good work. We'll see you at the end of the week. Chicken Big Mac review and all that other fun stuff. And everybody have a great rest of your night. Check out NLCS Game 2 reaction, ALCS Game 1 reaction, and check out all our instant reactions to the MLB postseason. Peace out.
Have a good night.
Yeah.